forward more. I have to do the book. I don't have time for anything more exciting. This is a complaint that I very commonly hear in different places, that teachers feel under some pressure from parents or from the curriculum or from the organisation they work for, that they have to cover a certain number of units by a certain time, and that they feel there's a tremendous pressure on them to actually do all that and do it within the time limit. And that leaves them very, very little space for doing anything more adventurous. That this need to do the book rather than maybe take the time that things need to do. And similarly, with exams. I'd love to be more creative, but the exam. I don't know how much your culture is exam obsessed, but in many countries now, the exam really dictates what teachers do in the classroom, how fast they work, how much their students move forward. I get the impression that maybe it's not so exam obsessed here. Is that right? It is exam obsessed, yeah? And the last thing, I've taught this piece of grammar so many times, and they still can't do it. It's a very common starter of complaint that I teach and teach and teach, I do these lessons, and the students just don't seem to get it. But of course, this is because they won't get it. That's the way it works. Learning isn't simple and straightforward and mechanical, as sometimes a course book might suggest that it would be. When each grammar item is in a unit, and you turn to the next unit, and it's a new grammatical item, it's a very nice way of dividing a course book, but learning doesn't happen in such a simple, smooth way. Learning is far dirtier, far messier than that. It takes a long, long time for learners to get something. Much, much longer. It's a much more random process, different people doing it at different speeds. Just because you've turned the pages of Unit 7 doesn't mean that everybody in the class will get Unit 7. It doesn't work like that. Okay, next list. The idea, I hope you're getting the idea of this presentation. The idea is, if you're getting bored with one list, you don't have to wait very long and the next list will come along. Maybe it's more interesting